I made a video about a week ago saying that the German automakers were scared of Tesla. Some of you said I was wrong, I was being hyperbolic or something like that. But, well, if you look at these facts now, I think you might actually agree with what I had to say. In the month of September, Tesla nearly outsold BMW and Audi in Germany itself. And they doubled Toyota's sales figures. Now you might be saying, oh, that's probably just a good month for Tesla. But actually, the crazy thing is, Tesla had the best selling car in the German auto market, period, for the month of September. And it wasn't even close. Second place wasn't even in the ballpark. You're probably saying, yeah, but it's just a good month for Tesla. But actually, it's not. In August, Tesla had the almost equal third best selling car, period. I'm not talking about EVs here. This is not an EV tally. This is just the best selling cars in Germany. Basically equal third place in August, first place by a landslide in September. This isn't a single month. This is a trend. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. As you can see, I'm excited. German automakers, yeah, they should be punished because, to be honest, they've been reticent about EVs. BMW in particular have mocked EVs on numerous occasions, mocked Tesla. They're kind of getting what they deserve here. That's what I think anyway. Let me know if you agree. Do you disagree? Agree? Let me know in the comments. So what happened in September? Well, Tesla Model Y was the best-selling vehicle, period, in Germany. But the funny thing is, like I just reported, this wasn't just Germany. It was also the best-selling car in Switzerland and in Norway. Second best-selling car, period, in the UK. Best-selling car in New Zealand. Third best-selling car in Australia. I mean, this is just a fraction of what's going on right now. This is happening everywhere. Companies that didn't take EVs seriously are now finding out the hard way that they should have, and that they need to change now. Tesla sold and delivered 9,846 Model Ys in September in Germany. Second place, the second best-selling EV in September was the Tesla Model 3 with 3,878 deliveries. In third place was the Volkswagen ID4 and ID5. See, they've put the ID4 and the ID5 together so that the sales look better than they actually are. They delivered 2,441 total. So that means, right, Tesla delivered almost exactly 4 times as many Model Ys in the month of September versus what Volkswagen delivered of the ID4 and the ID5 put together. What about if we combine, the Model Y and the Model 3 both have the same platform. They use 74% of the same parts, right? Why don't we just combine those two together now? Okay, so now we're looking at 13,500 deliveries for the Model Y Model 3 versus the ID4, ID5 with 2,441. It looks even worse now. Fourth place, fourth best-selling EV, the Fiat 500e with 1,881 deliveries. Fifth place was the ID3 with 1,686. Jump on, Seeking Alpha or many other places on the internet. People are just in complete denial of what's happening. They are totally in denial. Is it frustrating listening to this stuff? I don't know. Maybe we should just be sad and sorry for these people who are just living under some weird rock of, what is it? This big rock of weight on their shoulders, holding them down. It's, what do I call it? It's the Tesla Elon hatred. It completely blinds them. It's either that or just they're wanting to stop change, being in denial that EVs are the future, wanting gasoline cars to stay around because they can't handle not having noise with their cars. To me, it sounds like a 3-year-old who wants a certain Matchbox car and he can't handle that he has to share with his friend, or that, the old one's broken and he needs a new one and he just can't move on from that. It's so difficult. But this is what's happening right now. Doesn't matter what they think, doesn't matter how they feel. The market has changed fundamentally. Tesla Model Y is easily the best-selling car in Germany in September. And this is not a once-off. This is not like the Australian car market where a massive number of deliveries come to the country. This is a trend now. We're looking at equal third place last month, first place this month. Tesla are ramping production quickly right now. They're not only getting supply from their own factory in Germany, they're getting supply from China. This is not going to change. With Tesla's local production at Grünheide now picking up speed, recently passing 2,000 units per week, and Tesla looking to do 5,000 units per week next year, the Model Y is going to continue its ascent. It seems as though German buyers, they don't agree with seeking alpha. They think that they're wrong. I mean, the German public clearly don't feel the same way as what these so-called financial experts feel. They're buying the cars. It's that simple. The thing is, right, second place, it wasn't close. It's a cheap, affordable Volkswagen Golf. I mean, this is the everyday car. The average sales price of a Volkswagen Golf is what, like $20,000 US, maybe even less than that. So it's what? A third of the price of the Model Y, and yet the Model Y still significantly outsold it. Golf, all models of Golf, and there's like 1,000 different models, 7,100 total deliveries. Tesla Model Y, 9,846. You can see it really wasn't even remotely close. That's a 30% difference in sales for the month. And the thing is, it's probably not going to change. Why do I say this? Well, let's look at the trend, right? For the first month that I can see in history, plug-in vehicles outsold petrol, gasoline-powered vehicles in Germany. 32.3% of all vehicles were plug-ins. 19% of those were fully electric. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, only 32% of vehicles sold were gasoline powered. That means that more people bought a vehicle with a battery, with a plug, than those that didn't. And honestly, if there were more EVs to buy, do you think that number would be the case? I don't think so. I think if there were more EVs to buy and the prices were just say a little bit 10% lower, which they will be, it's only a matter of time, that market share of 32% for gasoline-powered vehicles would probably be 10%. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Now, the challenging thing here for Germany, right, for their automakers here in their home country, is sales are so low for cars now. Now, the thing is, right, sales for some automakers have significantly increased versus last year. Like Volkswagen, their sales are up 30%, even though they're actually at historical lows, basically. But you've got to think, right? You've got to think, surely BMW and Audi have to be very concerned right now. I mean, let's have a look at their sales in their country, which they're supposed to dominate, where realistically people are meant to be like BMW, Mercedes, Audi. They're meant to be the common car in Germany. They're not considered prestige necessarily, most models. They're just considered cars. I mean, taxis drive around in BMWs, Audis, Mercedes in Germany. They're not really out of the ordinary type of vehicles there. So they're meant to be big sellers. But are they? Not really. I mean, Audi, 17,000. That's not many more than Tesla. BMW, 16,000. That's only about 3,000 more vehicles than Tesla delivered in Germany. In fact, less than 3,000. Obviously, right now, Tesla has usurped BMW well and truly in the United States. How long before they do the same to BMW in their own country, in Germany? Surely BMW have to be at least a bit concerned about this disruption, because are they ready for it? They're saying they are. They're saying they're going to produce all these EVs, but are they really? Do you think they really are? Are they really in a position to meet Tesla's electric vehicle production? I don't think so. Now, what about if you're Toyota? Toyota's sales figures are down this year by about 10% in Germany. And whose are up? Well, Tesla's. In fact, Tesla sold twice as many cars in Germany as Toyota. Toyota delivered 7,000 cars in September. That's crazy. Now, what's even more crazy is the fact that Tesla actually beat Opel, Ford, Hyundai, Seat, Toyota, Kia, Fiat, Renault, Dacia, Mazda, Peugeot, Mini, Citroën, Porsche, Volvo, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Suzuki, all of those in Germany. In fact, if I put together, say, 6 of those car brands, Tesla sold more than 6 of them combined. And what about the company that I've been talking about, saying that there's a good chance that by 2030 they will have to go bankrupt? Honda. Well, they delivered 736 cars in Germany. 736. That's a decrease of 23%. Look, they're down in the US by more than 30%. They're down in Germany by 23%. How long before they start to lose the Chinese car market? Well, it's happening right now. They're down there by about 35% as well. What about Japan? How long before people in Japan say, no, Honda, we want EVs? Well, yeah, you can see what's going to happen there, right? It's pretty obvious. So plug-ins in September in Germany, 32.3%. 19.7% were electric. 12.6% were plug-in hybrids. And that shows you the market is changing, right? The percentage of EVs that are fully electric is growing while plug-in hybrids are not. For example, fully electric cars 12 months ago represented 17%, plug-in hybrids 12%. So even though there's only been a small increase in percentage with EVs, there still is an increase, whereas with plug-in hybrids, they're not actually going up. In fact, in many countries around the world, they're going down. However, the thing is, the volume of EVs sold actually increased by 32% in Germany year over year. I think that figure would be much higher if there were more EVs available. Now, interestingly, one of the worst selling EVs in Germany in September was the Mercedes EQA. I made a video comparing 22 different electric cars to each other. It was based on a couple of different publications, but one of them was a vehicle test in Norway where they tested 22 different, in fact, they tested, I think, 24 different EVs against each other. And it showed the incredible deficiencies of a car like the EQA, which is essentially a gasoline-powered car, which has been converted into an electric car. Still has a transmission tunnel, like a tunnel going through the car. And, if you actually cut that open to see what's inside it, you find that there's nothing. It's just air because there's no transmission. The thing is, right, vehicles like that are very inefficient. They're just not made as ground-up EVs. The same sort of thing happens with BMW's EV in China, the 3 Series. It's 2,300 kilos. That's crazy. And it means it's more than 700 kilos heavier than a Tesla Model 3, which is the same size as. And therefore, its efficiency is extremely poor. The reality is, the number of EVs being produced by mass market companies, which are ground up EVs, is still actually not as high as people realize. And people know this, customers know this, they do their homework, they work out which EVs have better efficiency, which EVs are made to be EVs from the ground up. Now, one car I thought you guys might want to know about, the MG5. It almost tripled its previous sales peak. 1,000 units were delivered. It came in at number 12. And the new MG4 EV, the Mulan, which I did a review on, I talked about a few times because that's an EV that many of you will be able to buy very soon, going on sale in January in a lot of different markets. It's already on sale in the UK. That car actually started delivery as well in Germany. They delivered 98 of those in September. So you can see here, MG, Chinese car brand, used to be British. Obviously, it was bought out when it went bankrupt, essentially ceased business. And therefore, SAIC came along and basically turned it into it's kind of a Chinese car company now, essentially. But now they're focusing on delivering EVs around the world. Another new EV that went on sale was the Nissan Ariya with 116 units delivered. If you want to check out my review of that, which was controversial, I'll put a link in the description below and you can have a look at that. So over the trailing quarter, meaning the past 3 months of sales deliveries, the top EVs in Germany, Tesla Model Y, first place, way ahead of the Volkswagen ID4 and ID5. Model Y has 16,000 deliveries. ID4 and ID5 nearly 6,000 combined. Fiat 500e is in third place with 5,600 deliveries, and the Tesla Model 3 fourth place with 5,100. Then in fifth, the Volkswagen ID3 with 4,600 deliveries. As you can see, Tesla Model Y is also dominating that list. Now, interestingly, Tesla actually wasn't doing very well in Germany earlier this year. And so therefore, all the doom and gloom prophets were out and saying Tesla was finished in Europe and they were in huge trouble and it was a disaster. Of course, they were actually just ramping production of their EVs. And of course, because Shanghai was shut down for a while, And Tesla had massive demand for its cars. It wasn't focusing on sending EVs from China to Germany as much. Of course, now that the German factory is producing EVs, now that the Shanghai factory is producing a huge number of EVs, we're just going to see these sort of sales numbers repeat themselves, as we can see from August and September. I think that this is not going to change much over the coming 12 months. Now, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you think I'm exaggerating on the German automakers being afraid of what's happening with Tesla. I think if you combine Tesla and the threat from China, put those two together and you can see disruption happening very fast. I think it's realistic to believe that the European automakers, BMW and Audi, Mercedes, those guys in particular who Tesla's coming for right now, that's their segment. They're taking sales away from those guys. I mean, as you can see, Tesla is approaching their sales figures very close. I think it's likely they'll be usurped within the next 12 months by Tesla. Who knows though? But the thing is, if that happens in Germany, imagine the public relations, imagine the media, imagine what the media are going to say in Germany. Imagine what they're going to publish in the newspapers. Imagine how that's going to look for BMW and Audi and Mercedes when Tesla is selling more cars in Germany than they are. I think that's inevitable. I think that will happen. But how is that going to go down in Germany?